welcome back to Hard Hitters. This is our first episode of the season. I'm Sarah Mankowitz, your host, and today I'm here joined with
Henning and Lynch.
And today we're going to talk about the top 3 to most talked about games from week 1, and then we're also going to go into our week 2 predictions.
The other thing is Ryan Fitzpatrick threw those 3 interceptions, which certainly didn't help. So yeah, the Dolphins defense surprisingly could have gotten them back in the game if it wasn't for late penalties down the stretch that really did it in for them. But I do like how the new Patriots are looking with Cam Newton at the helm.
I thought Cam played really well. I thought that the running game was really well. I think that it's a different offense, especially when you add a running quarterback. But obviously, the Dolphins are still a young team, and they're just not there yet. So I thought the Patriots had a great win.
Especially with their rebuilding year last year, obviously.
Right.
And then moving on to our third game, we have the Bengals with Joe Burrow. They lost 16-13 against the Chargers. Their kicker could not pull it off in the end, and they were solid, but they definitely struggled, and that ended up with their loss.
Yeah, I think especially going into this season, there was a lot of hype around Joe Burrow with the LSU championship, the Heisman, the first round draft pick. So the hype is all there, but I think he played relatively well. He was one of the only rookie quarterbacks who started week 1, which speaks volumes for him and the trust the organization has in him. But I think the only real highlight for him this game was his first play with the 23-yard touchdown where he was untouched. But other than that, he just didn't have enough time to do much with the defensive pressure he was getting.
Jake, your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought Joe Burrow played relatively well. Anytime you come into an NFL for your first game, you're going to have a little bit of jitters, but I thought he handled it well. I thought that the Bengals offense was just a little bit lackluster, but I think next week he'll play a lot better.
Definitely. Okay, moving right into week 2 predictions. We've got Thursday Night Football. We've got the Bengals, obviously, at the Browns. I got to take the Bengals. I think that the Bengals have what it takes, even though not so great of a first week game. The Browns also did not win. All right, and then moving into Sunday, we have Jaguars and Titans. I think that the Jags have it. I think that they have a much better offense than the Titans do, and I think that's what's going to give them that little push over the Titans. We have Panthers playing in Tampa Bay, and I think that Panthers have what it takes to beat the Bucs. They clearly did not have a very first week. It did not seem like all the players had quite adjusted to it and everything. I think that the Panthers got it. All right. Then we've got Broncos at Steelers.
Yeah, I have the Steelers as well. I think, especially now that Big Ben is back, he missed the majority of last year with that elbow injury. So it's huge having him back. And as you said, Juju looked good. I really liked the offense last week, so I think they come out week 2.
Okay, and we've got Rams at Eagles.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Rams as well. I think like you said, their defense is great. Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald up front. The Eagles had a shaky loss against the Washington last week, so I'm going to take the Rams as well.
Okay, we've got the 49ers at the Jets.
Yeah, especially coming off the Super Bowl last year, they know what it takes to win, and the Jets have just been so disappointing these past few years, so I don't think there's any question with this one. I have the 49ers over the Jets.
And then we've got Bills at Dolphins. Dolphins did not have a great game, but let's see. I think that even with week 1, I think the Dolphins have got it over the Bills. I think they have what it takes. The Bills' offense is lacking a little bit, so I think the Dolphins. Vikings at Colts. I think that the Colts could take it. I think the Vikings are also very good. They have a very good offense. They both have really good offenses, actually. But I think that the Colts just have that small edge. I think it's going to be very close, but I think the Colts. Lions at Packers. I think that this is going to be a very easy game for the Packers.
Yeah, I have the Packers as well, especially if they're already coming off a week 1 win, so the confidence is there as opposed to the Lions. And also, Aaron Rodgers, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the game, and he's going to be their edge.
Okay, Falcons at Cowboys. I really don't like the Cowboys, but I do think that they're going to beat the Falcons, I must say. I think that they just have a little bit of that edge kind of over it, and I think that they're gonna use everything that they've got, but still come out over the Falcons. So we've got Giants at Bears.
Yeah, so I'm going to take the Giants. A little bit of a bias, but I think that they still looked really good against the Steelers last week. You know, the Steelers had one of the best defenses in the NFL. The Bears are just still looking shaky even after that win, so I'm going to take the Giants.
Now we've got the Washington football team at the Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Cardinals on this one, actually. I think they had a statement win against the 49ers last week that they're here and they're ready to play with Kyler Murray, Hopkins, and the defense is looking good, so I'm going to take the Cardinals.
And we got Chiefs at Chargers. I think this is going to be a very easy game for the Chiefs. Clearly our Super Bowl winners from last year. And the Chargers, well, they did have a win in week 1. It was not by a lot. And I think that Patrick Mahomes is just going to take it home. All right, and then we've got Ravens at Texans.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Ravens as well. I mean, he's just shown that he can create an explosive offense. The Texans are good with Deshaun Watson, but I think that the Ravens just have too much of an explosive offense to lose that game, so I'm going to take the Ravens.
Definitely. And then, of course, the best game of the week. We've got Patriots at Seahawks. I, of course, think that the Patriots are going to win it. I think Cam did fantastic with them, and I think Belichick's got what it takes to beat the Seahawks. I mean, I think they had their week 1 win, and it's looking good for them. Definitely. Okay, and then moving into Monday football, we've got Saints at Raiders. And I gotta say, I think the Saints will take it. I think that the Saints have a very good defense, too. And while it might not have shown as much in week 1, I think that it is better than the Raiders. All right, thank you guys so much for watching Hard Hitters. I hope you'll tune in next week for episode 2, where we go over week 2 and our week 3 predictions.